Hey guys, it's Corbin. It is March 5th, 2018. It's about 1:50 in the morning. And forgive the way my face looks, forgive my eyes. I have been up since 7 a.m. Sunday, and I will be up until about 8 a.m. today. So I'm very exhausted. But I wanted to come on here and make this video because one thing I've realized in making these videos these past few months is that when something happens in my life and I have not a good day, I can come on here and I can make a video and talk to you guys and get it out there, and I feel better. And I know that if I feel better by what I'm saying, talking to you guys, then somebody watching these videos feels better by listening to what I have to say and by checking out the comments and by getting in touch with me and, just having conversation, opening the lines of communication. So that's what I want to do. I want to get on here and I want to open the lines of communication. And I'm going to start by saying this. I have not had the best month. This month just hasn't been good. By no stretch of the imagination has this been a good month. And I can honestly say that this past weekend, starting the 3rd, so that'd be Saturday into Sunday, was probably the worst. It was just the breaking point. It was where the scales just tipped. And it was this past Saturday evening into Sunday morning and all day was definitely the most depressing time I've had in a long time. It's been a long time since I've been that depressed. And I mean, to the point where people who know me know that music is my thing and church is my thing, and I didn't even want to be at church. I certainly didn't want to sing. I just wanted to sit like a bump on a log. But as I sat and I thought about everything that happened this past weekend and everything that's been going on this past month, and I thought about the different things that have been said and why things were so hurtful and things like that. I realized that others' perceptions of me and in turn others' perceptions of you all do in fact have an impact on you. And people like to say all the time, no, what people say doesn't matter, but it does impact you. And, one of the things that I had to learn, that I had to really come to grips with as a result of everything that happened this past weekend, is just that everybody is going to have their opinion. Everybody is going to have their perception of who you are. And while it has an impact on you, you can't let their perception of who you are make or break you. I say that because I have fought myself, my family, other people for years, since the very first time I came out as trans back when I was in college. That was in 2010. So I have fought for years to be who I am and to be happy and to just be myself. And I never had the courage. I never had the gumption. I never had the wherewithal to just stand up and be who I am and be happy being who I am. I put myself under so many labels and I tried to reinvent myself and become somebody that I know I'm not. I tried to be something that I know I'm not comfortable being to make other people happy. And I've realized that I spent 3/4 of my life to this point trying to make other people happy. And when I thought about the fact that I tried to make other people happy for so long, I realized that in trying to make other people happy, I was tearing myself apart. And I did it. I sacrificed my happiness. I sacrificed my sanity. I sacrificed my peace of mind and my surety in myself. I sacrificed all of that to make other people happy, because at the end of the day, I felt like their opinions of me and their perceptions of me is what validated who I am. But as a result of everything that took place this past weekend, as a result of everything that has taken place this past month and these past few months, but certainly this past month and definitely this past weekend, I was in a real depressed state all day. And I didn't really want to talk to anybody. I wasn't doing much of anything. I just sat there and just looked blah. And y'all know that's not me. I couldn't even smile. I just didn't have it in me to put any type of a smile on my face. And it took a minute, but I went through, the morning part of my day, went to church, did what I had to do, left church, and I went over my girlfriend's house, and she's so fabulous. I said something to her in the car as far as my transition is concerned, and as far as me being who I am and loving who I am is concerned. And I mentioned some things to her in the car, and she stopped me and she said, "But I need you to realize that who you are is who you are because you know it's who you are, and not because somebody told you that it's who you are, not because somebody tried to make you be that, not because they want to be happy and you want them to be happy. Who you are is who you are because it's who you know you are. Because it's deep down inside of you, you know without a shadow of a doubt, that's who you are." And she said to me, she looked me dead in my face and she said, "I don't want you to make a decision about who you are and your life and what you're going to do to try and make it easier on anybody else, because you have fought for years and you made it hard on yourself. It's time to make it easy on yourself." And in listening to her say that, I realized, number one, she's right. Most of the time, she's right. I'm just going to throw that out there. Not afraid to say most of the time, she's right. But the other thing that I realized, in the back of my head, I always heard this other voice, the voice of the one person who has caused me to hate myself more than anyone else ever has. I heard that person's voice in the back of my head constantly saying, "But the world doesn't revolve around you. The world doesn't revolve around you. You can't have things the way you want them all the time. And sometimes you have to make sacrifices for other people. And the world is not just about you. And everything is not just about you." And I heard that person's voice so loud, screaming in the back of my head. But then I heard my girlfriend's voice saying to me, "Ignore all of that. You know who you are. Be who you are because it's who you are. Don't change who you are to try and make things easier on that person or on anybody who thinks like that person. Be who you are because it's who you know, it's who you are." And I had to realize, yes, other people's perceptions and other people's opinions do have an effect on how I feel about myself. I had to turn it on myself. I can't just say how it affects you guys. I gotta be real. Other people's perceptions and other people's opinions of me, they do have an effect on how I feel about myself. But I had to realize that more than the effect that they have on how I feel about myself, I just gotta know myself. And I gotta love me. And I gotta be confident in me. And then, I called my aunt and I talked to her. And my aunt has always been the person who says, I don't necessarily agree. I don't necessarily understand. But at the end of the day, I'm going to love you. I'm going to respect you regardless. And she tries very hard to call me by my name and to just love me. And she doesn't try to love me. She tries to show me how much she loves me. And she respects me more than anyone in my family, honestly. And I talked to her and I heard what she had to say, and it made me realize, you know what? Yeah, I hear that person's voice in the back of my head constantly, all the time, but I have so many other people around me. It might not seem like a whole lot, but I do have family. I have some blood family that are there for me, that have always been and that are always going to be. But then I have the family that I made for myself. My girlfriend, my brothers, my good friends, my circle, my people that I can call on and be like, listen, I just need some support. Send me a picture of your puppy. I need something to make me smile. And they're right there for me. And I realized when I stopped to really think about everything, I realized, yeah, my girlfriend was right and my aunt was right. Deep down inside myself, I know who I am. I know who myself is, and I love me so much. It doesn't even make sense how much I love me. And so that person's thoughts and opinions and perceptions and ignorance and disrespect and disregard, yeah, they hurt. It hurts terribly, because that's the one person that I just, want to make smile. So it hurts. But I had to realize it might hurt. Words might sting. What they say might have an effect on me, but it's not going to change the fact that I love me. It's not going to change the fact that deep down inside, every time I look in the mirror every day, I'm beginning to see in my reflection who I have seen in my mind for years, and I love it. And I'm so happy, and I love Corbin. I love me so much that it doesn't even make sense. And so I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys that, yeah, I get it. People's perceptions, people's thoughts, people's feelings about who you are can hurt, and it can have an effect on how you think about yourself. But when you get to a place where you evaluate things and realize, you know what? Beyond them, I am wonderful. I am gorgeous. I'm excellent. I'm perfect. I'm okay. Even if you can get to a point where you say, I'm okay, you're winning. It's hard to do, but don't let people's thoughts and perceptions and opinions about who you are in their eyes change who you are in your eyes. Keep being your beautiful, wonderful, fabulous selves, regardless of what anybody else has to say. Because when you can get to a point where you are so in love with yourself that it bursts out of you without you even trying, nothing else anybody has to say is going to be able to tear you apart. So I just wanted to get on here, and I wanted to share that with you guys really quickly, give you guys some encouragement, because I know if I needed the encouragement, somebody else out there needs the encouragement. But I love you guys so very much. I didn't say this in the beginning of the video, and I'm sorry, but to those of you who are new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us here at Free the Me TV. We really appreciate it. And to those of you who have been rocking with me since the very beginning, thank you so much for sticking around and continuing to like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. Your support lets me know that even these little videos, I don't have many videos posted, but your support, the emails, the messages that I get, let me know that these little things that I put out there is helping somebody. So I love you guys so very much. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for being here for me. I hope to continue to be here for you guys for the many years to come. And y'all just have wonderful, fabulous days being your wonderful, fabulous selves. All right, guys.